Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to the Live Inspired Podcast, Monday Morning Moments, final edition of 2024 with John O'Leary. When you think of someone who has changed the world, who comes to mind first? If you're like most people, you probably think of famous explorers, powerful rulers, mighty revolutionaries, maybe even business innovators. That's because we often think that change in the world requires grand gestures and historical relevance. But what if I told you and chatted about changing the world actually being far more common through small, everyday, ordinary actions done for the individuals directly in front of you? This is the truth at the heart of the On Fire for Good initiative. Each month, we talk about individuals whose humility, whose commitment, whose unflinching love has changed the world around them. And our January honoree, his name is Bob Schricker, is a brilliant example of this truth in action. After more than 3 decades managing factory floors, production lines, and teams of employees, Bob had a chance to retire. He'd earned it. It's a chance to slow down, nap in the afternoon if he wanted to, and focus on his own interest. So that's exactly what Bob decided to do, right? Wrong. Instead, upon retirement, Bob discovered a need in his town's senior community that he could help alleviate. Drawn to those requiring full-time care due to stroke, dementia, and other conditions, he witnessed how these seniors, and importantly, their caregivers, were burdened by stress and isolation. The desire to mitigate their struggle became a passion project that would define his retirement years. So way back in 2001, Bob and a small group of church friends founded Breath of Life. It's a not-for-profit organization that provides full-service daycare activities to adults and, critically important, respite for their caregivers. As the first executive director, Bob did the paperwork. He filed the taxes. He hired the staff. He loved the seniors. He also took care of their caregivers. For 14 years, Bob tirelessly navigated innumerable challenges to positively impact others. Admittedly, he did not always know what he was doing, but when a need arose, Bob filled it. When Bob and his wife moved from Minnesota down to Tennessee, he stepped down as executive director and transitioned to president of the board of directors. It was finally time for this man to retire. Finally time to make life all about himself. Right? Wrong again. In his new community in Tennessee, Bob immediately took on a role with a home health care organization. He did the physical work within the homes, and he attracted others from his new community to serve in that capacity too. In addition, Bob became president of the Vietnam Veterans of America chapter in his region. It's a role that combines his decades of work with seniors with his passion for our country. Now, midway through his 7th decade of living, Bob is finally slowing down. He is finally enjoying the twilight years. He is finally putting his feet up. Right? Wrong for the 3rd time. Even today, Bob remains connected to Breath of Life. He still spends his days serving seniors in his community, and he continues to do whatever he can to make the life of a caregiver and their loved one better in their home. Additionally, he actively seeks unhoused veterans, assists in moving them into motels, and reminds them through his love that their life and that their service still matter. Bob has positively changed the world, not like some famous explorer, powerful ruler, mighty revolutionary, or business innovator, but in the way it most commonly happens, meeting the needs of another, seeing their humility, rolling up our sleeves, and loving the person directly in front of them. While it is true we may not always be able to change the entire world, undoubtedly, we can change one person's world for the better. You don't believe me? Ask the tens of thousands who are better today because Bob has been in their life. My friends, we are called to be change agents for good in the lives around us. I want to thank you for being a change agent for good in my life. I want to thank you for being part of our Live Inspired podcast family. And I want to remind you that the foundation is firm, that God is still God, and that the best is yet to come. So, family and friends, as we wrap up this episode and wrap up this year, and until next time, my name is John O'Leary. Today is your day. What a gift. Be like Bob and live inspired.